A very good afternoon to everyone. I welcome all of you to the e-platform of Faculty of Law, GLS University for the closing ceremony of Virtual National Intellectual Property Fest 2023. Over these 2 days, we have witnessed an inspiring showcase of innovation, creativity, and power of ideas dedicated towards achieving the pursuit of intellectual property excellence. Today, as we move towards the last chapter of Intellectual Property Fest, let us carry forward the spirit of innovation, believing that every innovation has the potential of changing the world for better. Now, for the welcome address and overview of the events, I would request Dr. Vidisha, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Law, to please provide the overview and the welcome address. Please, ma'am. Vidhi, ma'am, you are on mute.
Yes. A very good afternoon to one and all present. Sir, we heartily welcome you on behalf of Faculty of Law on the closing ceremony of Virtual IP Fest. As everyone is aware that Sir, no more introduction is required. Sir is known for the promotion of IPR in India. Sir, we heartily welcome in the closing ceremony. No, we cannot think of any other person. And let me tell you, uh, last last year we had a inauguration of IP clinic, and sir, I would like to tell the audience also that sir had inaugurated our IP clinic, and with that we are consistently doing a very good events under the IP clinic for the awareness of the people. Coming to the closing ceremony, let me give an overview of what actually has been done in these 2 days. Sir, we inaugurated the fest with the opening ceremony where senior advocate Devang Nanavati was a chief guest, and he explained in a very lucid manner, in a very informative manner, the dimensions of IPR in a 21st century. More than 1,200 people had registered for the expert session, sir, which includes advocates, academicians, and the budding lawyers from all over the country. We had very unique and innovative events, sir. IP detective, IP innovation, and IP debate. In IP debate, we had two rounds, uh, where the student, one was on copyright and the one was on trademark. Student had to find the infringement from the given situation, and very nicely the young youth, the budding lawyers of the country, had shown their innovation in presenting it. In IP innovation, we had a theme of women and IP. So, student had presented, the participating team had presented the videos on the IP innovation done by the women's, and there was an IP debate. More than 40 teams had participated from all over the country, and the event had shown enthusiasm or from all over the country. So, an enthusiastic and curiosity and active participation had made this event a resounding success. We hope that the knowledge gained and the connection made during this festival will continue to inspire and drive the future endeavor in the field of intellectual property, sir. Over to you, Urvashi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we move ahead and indulge ourselves in a knowledge enriching session by our esteemed guest for today, Professor V.C. Vivekanand, Vice Chancellor, HNLU, Raipur. I would now invite Ms. Jenny Adharyu, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Law, for formally introducing our guest. Over to you, Jenny, ma'am.
Thank you, Urvashi ma'am. Good morning, everyone. We are honored to have with us today a distinguished expert whose extensive contribution to legal education and research have left an indelible mark on the IP field. Please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. V.C. Vivekanandan, a visionary academic leader and scholar with a profound commitment to advancing intellectual property and internet law. Sir is currently Vice Chancellor of HNLU Raipur. He has served as a beacon of knowledge and innovation at renowned institutes including NLS Bangalore and NALSA Hyderabad. Notably, he was the esteemed dean at Rajiv Gandhi School of IP Law at IIT Kharagpur and founding dean of the School of Law at Bennett University, Greater Noida. His distinguished career has been punctuated by significant milestones, including his appointment as MHRD Chair Professor. During his tenure, he capably represented the Government of India in negotiations at the SCCR meets in Geneva. His impact extends beyond academia and into the dynamic realm of internet governance. As an elected member of the at large community representing the Asia Pacific region, he contributed his insights to the Internet Corporation of Assigned Names and Numbers between 2008 and 2010. With profound focus on intellectual property law and the internet law, Dr. Vivekanandan has significantly shaped the legal landscape. He established and led the NALSAR Proximate Education Division, which is offering PG diploma programs in patents, cyber law, media law, and international humanitarian law. Let us collectively express our gratitude and enthusiasm as we welcome Professor Dr. V.C. Vivekananda, a luminary in the legal and academic sphere, whose journey continues to inspire and elevate the realm of law, education, and beyond. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Jenny ma'am. Now I request our guest, V.C. Vivekanand sir, to kindly deliver the expert session. So over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I will cut the phone and come back later because there'll be echo. So I hope you can just sign me if my voice is okay. Fine. So first of all, let me express my happiness of joining the GLS event, which have been last 2 years. In one other occasion, I've been joining with you in terms of your efforts to strengthen intellectual property rights and move towards more innovative programs. And I understand this IP Fest, from what I heard, has got a tremendous kind of response, and that is definitely a milestone for a college to do that, which many times universities are not able to do that. So let me first congratulate the organizers of the IP Fest and the head of the law department here on this count, and also thank for inviting me to share few thoughts. So as we try to work out the kind of status quo or how India is faring, it was very obvious. I said that coming out of the colonial yoke, I call it, the exuberance of governance was more focused on redistribution of resources and then trying to keep a development focus where the core thing of innovation was not in the agenda. Without getting into the postmortem that what could have happened a few decades back, it is definitely, yeah, area which we need to catch up as we see integrating into global economy. Intellectual property rights is a cornerstone when it comes to the juggernaut of technology happening in every field today, be it in science, be it in other areas and other walks of life. In such context, uh, India, with its strong base in terms of science and technology, has certainly not somewhere in the forefront where it should have been. The reasons can be analyzed in a simple way. The whole intellectual property regime rests on three legs of a stool, I call it. One leg is law, one leg is technology itself, which brings the inventions, and the third leg is what we call as business, entrepreneurship, and avenues. All these three things put together, intellectual property succeeds. Obviously, for business to succeed or technology to enter into the business realm and reach the desired target group, we need a kind of a effective legal regime, I call it. As you said that the older technologies where innovation quotient was less, more production related matters were high. The, it doesn't need a very strong law, but increasingly last many decades, you can see that technology plays a very crucial role. Be it a very high end thing like space and rockets. which India is made its mark now with the Chandrayaan on one side. On the other side, even a very ordinary cab hailing or food ordering is now technology driven. So there is no place where technology is kept out. It is there. In fact, we talking and connecting, me from Delhi, you people from Ahmedabad, is it all feasible thanks to the technology percolation. So in such case, the importance of protecting such technology, the fencing tool, I call it, is intellectual property rights, because it is a fencing tool in the sense the old fencing tool where compound walls or guard dogs are security. But the new fencing tools, these are all irrelevant. What is there is a legally structured way of people who are encouraged to do innovation, and then who are getting the appropriate incentive and rewards, and the consumer at the end benefits out of that, seems to be the kind of background matrix of intellectual property law. And so effective and context based laws and effective implementation of such IP laws will only ensure more people will be investing their time, energy, and money towards innovation. Without that, there will be a kind of what I call as a kind of mood. Why should I even invest and do this? Which will result in probably not having innovations in our space, but then we'll be totally dependent on what innovations are happening in other space. That I would call it, once you are depending on innovations from outside a country more and more increasingly, then it is also a form of neo-colonialism. So it's very, very important. India, with 1/7 of the world population, and has a rich tradition of, be it arts, be it science, many things, has to now do the catch-up game, which were lost to some reason or the other, and catch-up game with the uh, developed countries. So it's very, very crucial that this task, taken from the legal side in terms of awareness, capacity building, and then effective laws, and continuously doing amendments in terms of what is happening. So in that context, the one of the method what taken by you, IP clinics, is a very interesting way rather than the old style of a lecture mode. So IP clinics having fests like this, or asking people to compete, all that gives the kind of thing rather than what is being taught in a classroom in one way. So I do remember, I think I was associated in your inauguration of the IP clinics. At the time, I was telling that this is a novel thing compared to the old style of clinics, which is prescribed by regulatory authorities, that it is happening. Let me also share with you that it is much later what you people did. I found some of the faculty in Hidayatullah National Law University want to have IP clinics, so which I'm encouraging. So very, very interesting. Universities are also taking a cue from what you people are doing. So in that context, as I said, that it is a complex regime. This complex regime becomes simpler with certain intervention techniques like IP clinics, or IP related quiz or training programs, or master class, what you call, and different things. So this is very crucial. As I said that when we are gearing to make a mark, and we are now anticipated to become we are already within the front line of economies, and if you are really gunning to become one among the three, or one among the five economies which we are already inching towards, then it's very, very crucial that can only be complemented by our innovation quotient, I call it. And in return, innovation quotient is linked towards a incentive regime called IPR. So that is very important. Also, we need to look at the same time, that any type of a kind of regime will stand only if the access issue is reasonably addressed, and that too with a hugely populated space like us. Access is very crucial. Otherwise, the faith in such kind of regime will be taken as differently, telling that it is just monopolized by few. So it's very, very important. Lawyers or jurists keep that balance in terms of incentivization and access. So both are two sides of the same coin. This was reiterated by India itself in its strong advocacy in the Doha Declaration. If you go through and read the declaration, it said that innovation in terms of in medicines and many areas are very crucial, but at the same time, they need to be accessible and affordable is what is said in the Doha Declaration. So it is very, very, this particular thing should not be lost in the enthusiasm of innovation and creating IP. One has to really look how far it is. Obviously, it is mostly rests with the government intervention, but at the same time, as jurists, we are advising government, and many a time government looks forward for sensitive areas how interventions can be done, and this again depends on universities, colleges, which are taking IP as a forefront. So, uh, so this is what I wanted to put across as a message that because I didn't want to stand in between you and the announcement of the prize or rewards or whatever certification, but I wanted to just underline that we are coming of age in terms of science technology. As I told you, there's a big difference between being an innovator and a technically competent person. Technically competent person can do a thing if you explain how to do it. An innovative person is the one who comes out with first how to do things. So India is technically competent, so is BRICS, technically competent. But where the next stage of in the orbit is becoming innovative, and that is not a simple step in a staircase when we climb. It is a step which requires an all-rounder effort from very many areas, from technical institute, from management institutes, and legal institutes. I'm quite happy that in the last 2 decades, if without a basic survey or data, I can tell legal institutes are racing ahead in terms of building the capacity, which sometimes technology and business management institutes has to cope up now. But it requires this. Uh, I call it as the three-legged stool, which IP finally gives the necessary economic delivery. So let me congratulate GLS for their tremendous efforts on this, and also congratulate all the participants of the IP Fest and who are also awaiting eagerly to get the result here. I do wish that I will get some opportunity in the future to be physically present in your college, to interact and to share my views as well as learn a few things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. You have very well explained, sir, the dynamic nature of IP laws that needs constant updation and amendment to reach the development of IP. Thank you so much for inspiring our students and the participants who have joined us today in this two-day fest. Now we have reached the most exciting part of the IP Fest, that is declaration of the results. We had three main activities: IP Detective, IP Innovation and Creation, and IP Debate War of Words. So let us now declare, with the permission of Vidhi ma'am and sir, I will take the opportunity to declare the results. The first event that we had is IP Detective, and we had many teams that have participated from that. We had in the final round a top 6 teams, and from that, the first runners up is TM16, that is Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies. Congratulations to the first runners up. Now the winners of the IP Detective is TM12 Sastra Deemed University. Congratulations to the winners of IP Detective. Now we move forward to IP Innovation and Creation. Now for that again we had many teams, and from that the first runners up is TM3 SM Patel Institute of Commerce. Congratulations. Now for the winners for IP Innovation and Creation is TM5, that is Maharaja Sayaji Rao University, Baroda. Congratulations. Now for the last event that we had is IP Debate, War of Words, for which we had the final round today morning itself. And from that, the first runners-up is TM5, Modern Law College, Pune. Congratulations. And lastly, the winners of IP Debate War of Words is TM1, Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Uttar Pradesh. Hearty congratulations to all the winners of the event, and thank you so much for joining us in all the activities that have been conducted. Coming to the very end, I now invite Ms. Aditi Jani, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Law, for the formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Aditi, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon to everyone. It is my honor to extend official vote of thanks. I would like to thank our chief guest of the event, Dr. V.C.Vivekanandan, Vice Chancellor, HNLU Raipur, for accepting our invitation and sparing the valuable time and shedding light on such a prevalent issue. I'm sure that it has definitely given a different perspective to all our august audience, and I surely believe that your thoughts have enlightened the minds of all. I would also like to thank all the advocates, academicians, budding lawyers, participants of the IP Fest across the nation for joining the closing ceremony of the Intellectual Property Virtual Fest. I would like to thank all the dignitaries for being the part of the fest, for judging the various events, and also giving the valuable inputs during the 2-day virtual National IP Fest. A special thanks to Dr. Mayuri Pandya Ma'am, Dean, Faculty of Law, for all the constant support and guidance to make this IP Fest a success and for all the strength that you always render to us. A big thanks to all the viewers and participants for joining the closing ceremony and all the teaching and non-teaching staff and the technical team for their meticulous hard work for making this event a success. Last but not the least, special thanks to all the students of IP Clinic who worked day in and day out and could amazingly get the fest to closure with success. They definitely proved that fest was for the students and by the students. Thank you all so much and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much, Aditi, ma'am. I once again thank everyone for joining us for the closing ceremony of IP Fest 2023. Thank you so much, everyone. Now we'll closing the ceremony. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.